Welcome back, guys. So I promised I was going to make all the tutorials because some of you guys said I should make all of them. So I said I was going to be taking it A, B, C, D. All right, so this is the number 2 of the tutorial you guys asked, and I wanted to make both the shirts, but my fabric wasn't enough. But I assume all of you know how to make shirts. Okay, I'll still leave a link on how to make shirts. The difference is just that this shirt is a crop shirt. So the reason for this tutorial is the wrap skirt, the pleated wrap skirt. That is the reason for this tutorial. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. To my return subscribers, I love you all. I love your energy. God bless you. So if this is what you're interested in, I would like to say you should keep on watching. All right, and let's get right into the video. First of all, we are going to be doing freehand sketching. This skirt is quite simple. Not quite simple, it's very easy, though a little bit manipulating, but trust me, it's very easy. All right, so we're going to start by cutting for the back. So with the back, we're going to use it to cut for our front. So we're doing freehand cutting. All right, it's been a long while we did a freehand cutting on this channel. So I took my starting line, which is my waistline. From my waistline, I came down by 11 inches, which is my hip line, then the length of my shirt. So I'm going to measure my waist divided by 4. I'm going to add 2 inches sewing allowance, even though it wasn't necessary because this is a wrap skirt. Measure my hip and add 2 inches allowance, then measure my exact hip on the full length without allowance, and I'm going to reconnect. All right, just the normal way you cut your pencil skirt, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Now this particular tutorial, this particular skirt is not going to be having a zipper. It's a wrap skirt, so it's going to have a rope you're going to use to tie it all around. You see why I said it's very simple. So it's not going to be having a zipper. So this is my back. I'll be notching to know the upside. Okay, then what we're going to do now is to cut for the front. All right, so now there is something I wanted to say. Look at the skirt properly. You see that the pleated started from the under the hip, or exactly at the hip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down from my hip line. I'll come down by 2.5 or 2 inches, 2.5. Then what I have remaining there is 5 inches. So I'm going to just cut this out. So that 5 inches is going to be 5 inches I'm going to use to cut out for my pleat, for the pleat. Okay, so I'll just cut I'll cut that out, and I'll get a fabric, another fabric that is way wider than the back that I cut, and I'll be placing the back on it, giving about 8 inches allowance on the center. All right, 8 inches allowance on the center. You can use 7 or 6, okay, depending on how open you want the center of your skirt to be. So I used 8 inches. So what you're going to do next now is, I just want to cut out these the excess I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to I was checking the skirts, the curve. So either you use your rule, your curve rule, or you use your freehand. So I'll be using my freehand for those of you that doesn't have a rule, a curve rule, right? So I'll cut out the excess too. Guys, hope I'm not too fast. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'll cut out the excess on the length as well. Like, then the next thing I'm going to do now is curve. All right, let me just cut this out so you don't get confused. So we know we are working with just the front, the remaining front. So what I'm going to do next now is to curve. So I'm going to curve this, like give it a curve. Just watch and see how I am curving it. Can you see? Can you see how I'm curving it? So if you want yours deeper, you come up. Can you see I came up again little and curved, right? So if you want yours deeper, you can come up again and curve. So this is just it. This is that's V, should I call it sweetheart V on the front, like the wrap effect. Okay, so if you're using your curve rule, just place it and you curve, and that is it. So I'm going to continue, you know, I'll use my scissors to cut this out. So this is it. This is how it looks. I'll trim it out, trim the excess out, and this is what we have. I'll notch that part as well to know the upside, and I'm going to open it up and show you guys how it's going to look. All right, so when you're done cutting, this is what you should have. You should have something looking like this. Can you see the wrap effect? If you don't have something looking like this, then you're wrong. You made a mistake. So this is what we have. Can you see the curve? Right, even though I will still go ahead to trim trim the curve, like make the curve more pronounced, right? I'll do that later. So just make your curve deep, or if you don't want your curve deep, it's totally fine. Then the length of your skirt totally depends on you, right? I wanted mine short because I wanted to be wearing it at night, like I want to go for a party and all that, you know. So you can make yours long, totally depends on you, but I think the shortness of this skirt is finer, right? So I'm just going to use my pin it down. Assuming we are not adding pleats, I would have just hem that part. So I'll go ahead and stitch these two sides. So I was done stitching the two sides, and this is how it's looking. Okay, can you see the wrap effect is taking place? So now what you're going to do now is to measure to, we are going to be adding the pleated parts now. So you're going to measure what you have on the length, on the round length, right? Measure what you have round, and what I have was 90, and I had to cut this fabric. I have it to be 6 yards. That's the longness of this fabric. I have it to be 6 yards. Do you understand? That's, I think, 90 times 4. So whatever you get from the length of the round length of your skirt, times it times 4 or times 3, but times it times 4 is better. So you're going to have a finer pleat, like the way mine was. Then the length, the wideness of it is that's 5 inches I cut out, but I have 6 here, ½ inch for joining, ½ inch for hemming, but I will not be hemming this thing, that's down. I'll be weaving it. So I'm going to place it now on my skirt, and I'll start pleating. So I'll pleat all around. All right, so guys, I am done pleating it, and this is how it is. Now it is time to add the band. Now the band is going to be what we're going to use to wrap this all round. Do you understand? Remember I said this is not having any zipper. So you get a rope, measure the length of the waist you have all round. When you measure it, you times it times 2, so your rope can be long to wrap your waist all round. So what we're going to do now, you're going to notch the center. You're going to notch the center of this band. Though you're going to stitch your band, you're going to close it before notching. So your I'll just do everything once. Notch your skirt, the center of your skirt as well. Then you place this center to center, right? And you're going to stitch all around. Remember, you are going to measure the waist of your skirt all around. Then you times it times 2 to get a band that is going to cover. That is going to cover your, like, that is going to go around your waist and have essence, so that you can tie it at the back. So notch center to center, notch your center of the skirt and the center of the band, and you're going to attach it all around. And that is it for this skirt. So we are done. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll stitch it all around. Okay, so guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I hope I did well. I would like to know what you think about this skirt down in the comment section, and if you find this video educating and interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share my video, and leave a nice comment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I beg you in the name of God, hit on the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you could be notified whenever we post beautiful tutorials like this. All right guys, like I said before, I'll be leaving a link down the description box on how to go about the shirts in case you want to sew make yours a 2-piece, right? Okay, see you on my next one. Bye.